And I'd like to introduce Tony. Tony came to me a little while ago now and has done an excellent job. But rather than me explain, I'd like to hand it over to Tony. Thank you very much for agreeing to do this testimonial. It's been great working with you, and great to meet up again after a little break from the sessions that we did together. So over to you, Tony. Pleased to meet you again.
Hello again. Yes.
What was the background to why you reached out for hypnotherapy with me?
Well, I tried various different techniques, anything to calm my anxieties down. I had really, really bad anxieties, lack of sleep from it, waking up very afraid in the mornings for whatever the day's going to bring. Am I going to cope with it? And then becoming so overloaded with anxiety that I wasn't coping with just general life. I got a family, I got a full-time job, and everything's just jumping on all over the place, and I wasn't coping. So I tried other mechanisms, but I saw Nigel on hypnotherapy, and I thought the way to go forward is to change the running in the program in the head rather than medicine.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And for the process of the sessions that we did, how did you find the experience of working with me?
Well, the first thing that I was amazed at was when Nigel, I found you very easy to talk to, very calm and reassuring. But when you said there's only 4 sessions needed, I was a bit apprehensive, because I thought I got so much going on. There's no way you're going to sort my head out in 4 sessions. But once the session started, you asked me those questions about my background, what sort of gets my triggers, and I saw you always typing or writing down them, and then we carry on the sessions and that, and then I found out you picked out all the nuggets that needed addressing. So as the sessions went on, I found that yes, you addressed them, and it made me see the things differently. Don't attach an emotion to it, or how to calm it down with the boiler room, with the dial and all techniques like that. So you always had techniques in your back pocket that if one didn't work, another one would. And I'd try that in my head, and you, alarmingly, yes, it does, show that it does work. Rerunning the program in your head is much more better than just going to the doctor to get a symptom, covered up, rather than facing what's going on in your head.
Yes, yeah, it's important to understand what you're bringing, and to be able to have the appropriate angles of approach to it, and the techniques that we go through some techniques, don't we, to things like coping mechanisms and things that you can take away, as well as the understanding of the unconscious mind and what's happening. So you have the techniques to use as well for new challenges that come in along in life. So would you like to sort of reflect on how life has been a bit busy for you recently, hasn't it, and how you've been coping since the sessions?
Since the sessions, so it must be probably nearly a month now, I'd say. My life has picked up with my work. We're looking to move. My partner hasn't been well, so I've had even more stuff done to me. But I have been coping unbelievably differently. I look at the long term, so I have my anchor points that Nigel puts in. So it's like they fasten you to a certain stronghold rather than slipping back. And then once you got that, then I look ahead. And with anxiety, I found I couldn't look ahead because it's overwhelming. But I still see now a bigger picture, so it's more clearer. So I do see that long term with the presence on the way, and that's a phenomenal anxiety reliever. But there's always the techniques that I can fall back on, like the Havering one, if I do feel insecure. Simple things like that. They sound really simple and all that, but they are very effective for reassurance in my own head. And that's where it all again stems from. So if you're reassured in your head with the techniques Nigel teaches you, then you can reassure yourself. So you don't need more reassurance from an outside person. because your new stronghold then is in your own mind. And I found the technique brilliant.
Brilliant. And as everybody is unique and individual, I try and ascertain from the initial strategy call what would be the best approach and the number of sessions in the program, so we can deal with this. So is there any last words from you, recommendations to other people that are out there considering hypnotherapy versus other ways of tackling things?
Yeah, I'll definitely say I've looked at a lot. I read a lot and everything, and I used to listen to a bit of Paul McKenna, and as everyone knows, he's world famous. But as Nigel says, he's world famous for the whole world. He's not specific to your needs, me as a person. So McKenna might give you a little relief, but Nigel personalizes the therapy to you as an individual, because we all have our own overwhelming anxieties or problems. So I know this works because he's coping so well now I am with everything. And it is purely because the program was written for me, and it will be also written for you as an individual. So Nigel will find the nuggets that he needs to, he'll address them, sort out a solution for you, and then you'll have a clear and easy path afterwards to just keep practicing it. And I found that's why even now I don't wake up afraid. I know there's a long-term good, and I don't think I'd been sitting here that calm if it wasn't, especially with how my situation is now. I'm dealing with it, I'm calm with it, and I know that I'll get out of it.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, life has a habit of throwing new things at us to test us and stretch us, doesn't it? So thank you so much for your coming on and doing this testimonial, Tony. It means a lot to me personally, and I know that other people out there that look on the website at testimonials, sometimes they can see a certain link with something that you're saying that helps them to understand how their situation can be helped as well. So it really is important for everybody. Hypnotherapy, I believe, should be at the front of the queue to use before you go into things like medicines and other things. Definitely. Not to put them down. They do have their definite purpose, and I always recommend working with doctors to make sure that they're in full agreement with any therapy that comes along. But hypnotherapy as an intervention, I think, it's a fairly brief and short intervention as such, but the effects, giving you techniques to use for the long term, are great. So yeah, I'm really very, very grateful for this. So this is Nigel Edwards at ukhypnosisandcoaching.co.uk saying thank you very much indeed to Tony.
Thank you.